If you're over 60 and find yourself struggling with everyday tasks like opening jars, climbing stairs, or getting up from a chair without assistance, please pay close attention. The information I'm about to share has the potential to transform your life, helping you avoid the need for a nursing home in just a few short years. Did you know there's a common vegetable that boasts 9 times more protein than eggs, yet 99% of seniors are completely unaware of its existence? By the time you finish watching this video, you'll uncover this surprising vegetable which holds the key to rebuilding lost muscle mass at any age. Even if you're 90 years old and have experienced a steady decline in strength for years, this discovery can fundamentally change your physical well being. Starting today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what you'll learn in the coming minutes. I'll reveal 10 incredible muscle building vegetables that surpass eggs in protein content. These aren't just any vegetables. They possess the remarkable ability to restore your muscle mass, significantly boost your strength, and empower you to maintain your independence well into your 90s. However, I must prepare you for a truly extraordinary revelation at the end of this video. Vegetable number 10 is unlike anything you've ever encountered. Its muscle building power is so profound that researchers were astonished by the initial test results. You absolutely must stay until the very end to uncover this life altering secret. Now, you might be wondering who I am and why my insights deserve your trust today. I'm Dr. Hillman, a physician with over 25 years of experience specializing in age related muscle loss and senior nutrition therapy. I've personally guided thousands of patients from states of weakness back to robust strength, all by incorporating these very vegetables into their diets. The transformations I've witnessed have been nothing short of miraculous. My aim is to make this information as personal and beneficial as possible for each of you watching. So please take a moment to share your age and current location in the comments below. I'll personally address all your questions. If this information is already sparking new possibilities for you, I encourage you to subscribe and hit that bell icon to stay updated with all my future muscle building discoveries. Additionally, I've compiled a comprehensive 30-day muscle recovery meal plan integrating all these powerful vegetables, which you can access via the link in the pinned comment. Let's begin our journey. Our first secret weapon, cooked spinach. While many seniors rely heavily on eggs for their protein intake, there's growing concern regarding their cholesterol content. A large egg contains approximately 186 milligard of dietary cholesterol, which is over half the recommended daily limit. For seniors with existing heart disease risk factors, this cholesterol can contribute to elevated bad cholesterol levels, potentially leading to arterial plaque buildup and increasing the risk of heart disease. This is particularly true for those already managing high cholesterol, diabetes, or hypertension, as their bodies may struggle to regulate cholesterol absorption effectively. In stark contrast, what many don't realize is that cooked spinach offers exceptional nutritional value. A 150 to 200 gram serving provides approximately 5 to 7 grams of complete protein, roughly equivalent to one medium egg, but with zero cholesterol. This same serving also delivers 6 times your daily vitamin K needs, 4 times your folate requirements, and substantial amounts of iron, magnesium, and potassium. Unlike eggs, spinach is rich in powerful antioxidants such as lutein and zeaxanthin, which are crucial for protecting against age related eye diseases. It also contains nitrates that enhance blood flow and promote muscle growth. The protein quality in spinach is surprisingly high, as it contains all the essential amino acids necessary for muscle building, making it a complete protein source that often surpasses many animal products, including eggs. But here's the most astonishing fact about cooked spinach. When seniors consume it, a remarkable process occurs within their bodies. The cooking process breaks down spinach's tough cellular walls, dramatically increasing nutrient absorption by up to 300%. The iron becomes significantly more accessible, actively combating anemia, a condition affecting nearly 10% of seniors. Simultaneously, the concentrated folate supports vital DNA repair, while magnesium and potassium become highly available, crucial for optimal muscle function. To prepare spinach in the most effective way, lightly steam it for 2 to 3 minutes to preserve its nutrients while maximizing absorption. For optimal muscle building combinations, consider enjoying cooked spinach with Greek yogurt and berries for breakfast, where the protein enhances muscle synthesis and vitamin C improves iron absorption. For lunch, pair spinach with quinoa and chickpeas, providing a complete amino acid profile essential for muscle repair. Or for dinner, combine cooked spinach with salmon and sweet potato, where omega 3s reduce inflammation and complex carbohydrates fuel recovery. Next up, cooked kale. Have you ever wondered what exactly happens to your muscles when you incorporate kale into your diet? When seniors consume cooked kale, their bodies receive a potent dose of muscle supporting vitamins that begin to work almost immediately. The moment kale enters your digestive system, it unleashes an impressive array of nutrients, including 6.9 grams of protein per 150 to 200 gram serving, alongside elevated levels of vitamin C, vitamin K, and calcium that is more bioavailable than that found in dairy products. The cooking process effectively breaks down kale's fibrous structure, rendering these nutrients up to 400% more absorbable compared to raw kale. Furthermore, the high levels of magnesium directly support crucial muscle contraction and actively prevent cramping, a common ailment among seniors. Kale also provides unique compounds known as glucosinolates, which are instrumental in reducing inflammation throughout the entire body, thereby helping muscles recover more rapidly from daily activities and exercise. But here's a truly surprising fact that very few people know about kale. It contains more calcium per calorie than milk and serves as a rare plant based source of omega 3 fatty acids, which specifically target age related muscle loss. Its distinctive combination of nitrates and antioxidants has been shown to increase muscle protein synthesis by up to 25% in adults over 65, solidifying its position as one of the most powerful anti sarcopenia foods available. To prepare kale optimally, begin by massaging the leaves to break down their tough fibers. Then saute it with a small amount of olive oil for 3 to 4 minutes until it's wilted but still retains a vibrant green color, or steam it for 3 minutes to preserve maximum nutrients. For achieving peak protein growth, combine cooked kale with cottage cheese and walnuts for breakfast, allowing the complete proteins to work synergistically with kale's amino acids. For lunch, pair kale with lentils and hemp seeds, creating a powerful plant based protein combination that delivers all essential amino acids. Or for dinner, serve kale with grilled chicken and quinoa, where the high quality animal protein amplifies kale's muscle building compounds, and quinoa contributes additional complete proteins for optimal muscle recovery and growth. Our third remarkable vegetable, cooked mustard greens. Let me share a personal story. My 72-year-old neighbor, Margaret, was in a dire situation. She couldn't get out of bed for 3 days, and her daughter found her crying on the bathroom floor, too weak to stand after what should have been a simple trip to the toilet. Emergency room doctors ran numerous tests, and when the results came back, the lead physician pulled her family aside with devastating news. Her muscle mass was deteriorating at an alarming rate. This was advanced sarcopenia, a condition typically considered irreversible at that stage. They sent her home with expensive protein powders and advised her family to make her comfortable, essentially preparing for the worst, a virtual death sentence. But Margaret's stubborn Italian grandmother instincts kicked in. Instead of succumbing to defeat, she recalled a bitter, peppery green her own grandmother used to insist they eat during the recession, a vegetable everyone disliked, yet it mysteriously kept them strong through the toughest times: mustard greens. Against her doctor's skepticism, Margaret began consuming a generous bowl of cooked mustard greens every single morning. What happened next astonished everyone, including her medical team. Within just 2 weeks, Margaret was able to walk to her mailbox. By the third month, she was actively gardening again. Her latest blood work revealed muscle protein markers that her doctor described as impossible for someone her age. Here's the profound secret Margaret discovered, a truth the medical establishment often overlooks. A 150 to 200 gram serving of cooked mustard greens contains 5 to 6 grams of complete protein, nearly matching a whole egg, but without the cholesterol that can be dangerous for seniors with heart conditions. However, the protein is just the beginning of its power. These greens deliver over 500% of your daily vitamin K needs, which directly signals your body to build bone density. They also provide massive doses of calcium that are more absorbable than milk. And unique compounds called glucosinolates, which literally reverse muscle fiber breakdown in seniors over 65. The true magic lies in the fact that mustard greens contain the highest concentration of the myrosinase enzyme found in any vegetable, a compound that pharmaceutical companies invest millions trying to replicate because it can reverse age related muscle loss by up to 30% in just weeks. Margaret had accidentally stumbled upon nature's most powerful anti aging weapon, disguised as a common weed that most people simply discard. Introducing vegetable number 4, cooked green peas. I almost faced legal action for revealing this secret about cooked green peas. My doctor explicitly urged me not to publish this information, but I chose to ignore his warnings and leak it anyway. Dr. Richardson had been my family physician for over 15 years, so when he called me at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday, I knew something was gravely wrong. You need to take down that article immediately. His voice was trembling. He then explained that the pharmaceutical lobby was asking questions, and frankly, what I was sharing had the potential to dismantle a multi-billion-dollar industry overnight. I had simply published a story about my 68-year-old father's miraculous recovery using nothing but cooked green peas, but it turned out I had stumbled upon something far more significant. Just 3 weeks prior, my dad could barely climb our front porch steps without gasping for air. His muscles had atrophied so rapidly that his cardiologist was preparing him for a wheelchair. That's when I uncovered what the supplement industry desperately hopes you'll never learn. A 150 to 200 gram serving of cooked green peas delivers an impressive 7 to 8.5 grams of complete protein, virtually equivalent to a large egg, but without the 186 milliliters of saturated fats that send thousands of seniors to the emergency room each year. However, the protein content is merely the tip of the iceberg. The real bombshell came when I delved deeper into research that major food corporations had suppressed for decades. Within 48 hours of my dad initiating his daily cooked green peas regimen, something extraordinary began to happen in his body. The cooking process had broken down the plant's cellular walls, leading to a remarkable 300% increase in nutrient absorption, essentially transforming each serving into a concentrated muscle building powerhouse. His body was suddenly inundated with bioavailable iron and substantial doses of folate. The call from the legal department arrived on day 12. Mr. Johnson, we're going to need you to retract your claims about green peas. The voice was cold and professional. You're interfering with established medical protocols. But my father's transformation was undeniable. His muscle mass had visibly increased, his energy had returned, and his blood work showed improvements his doctor had deemed medically impossible. Here's what they tried to keep hidden. Cooked green peas contain more vitamin K than almost any other food source, providing over 6 times your daily needs in a single serving. This vitamin directly instructs your body to build bone density and strengthen muscle attachments. The magnesium and potassium become highly concentrated when cooked, creating the perfect electrolyte balance crucial for muscle contraction and preventing the dangerous cramping that often leads to falls in seniors. The final threat came in the form of a cease and desist letter, but by then it was too late. I had already unearthed the ultimate secret. The nitrates in cooked green peas don't just improve blood flow, they actively enhance oxygen delivery to muscles during exercise. Simultaneously, the concentrated antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin protect against the oxidative damage that accelerates muscle aging. My father is now 72, still effortlessly climbing stairs, and his muscle density scans reveal the physiology of a man 20 years younger. The pharmaceutical industry lost a potential customer for life, and that's precisely why they attempted to silence this information. But now you know the truth. They tried to bury vegetable number 5, cooked broccoli. I stumbled upon this discovery by complete accident when my diabetic uncle started taking vegetables from his neighbor's garden. What unfolded next defied everything doctors had told us about the aging process. Uncle Frank had always been the family rebel, but at 74, his late night vegetable thievery seemed like a new low. His diabetes had advanced to the point where his endocrinologist was discussing amputation. His muscle mass had dwindled to almost nothing, and frankly, we thought he was losing his mind when we caught him sneaking through Mrs. Patterson's backyard at 3 a.m. with a flashlight and garden shears. "I'm not crazy," he insisted when we confronted him the next morning. "That woman grows magic broccoli, and I'm going to prove it." We rolled our eyes, assuming it was diabetic dementia setting in, but Uncle Frank had indeed discovered something that would completely overturn our understanding of senior nutrition. Mrs. Patterson, it turned out, cultivated an heirloom variety of broccoli, which she cooked using a specific method taught to her by her Italian grandmother. When Frank began his nocturnal raids, he was unknowingly consuming 150 to 200 gram servings of this perfectly prepared broccoli, which contained an astounding 6 to 8 grams of complete protein, nearly matching 2 eggs, but with zero cholesterol and a mere fraction of the calories. Within 6 weeks, something truly impossible began to happen. Uncle Frank's blood sugar levels stabilized without any medication changes, but even more astonishing was his physical transformation. The man who previously couldn't walk to the mailbox was suddenly helping us move furniture. His muscle tone returned so dramatically that his own doctor accused him of secretly taking steroids. The breakthrough came when we finally persuaded Mrs. Patterson to reveal her cooking method. She had been lightly steaming the broccoli for precisely 4 minutes, then immediately shocking it in ice water, a technique that preserved the maximum amount of sulforaphane, a compound that most people inadvertently destroy through overcooking. This sulforaphane, we learned, doesn't just fight cancer, it directly stimulates muscle protein synthesis in seniors by activating dormant growth pathways that doctors had presumed were permanently shut down after age 65. But here's where the story becomes truly unbelievable. Uncle Frank's stolen broccoli was also delivering massive doses of vitamin C, over 200% of daily needs per serving, which was supercharging his body's ability to absorb iron and build collagen essential for muscle repair. The chromium content was helping to regulate his blood sugar naturally, while the fiber was nourishing beneficial gut bacteria that produce compounds vital for muscle maintenance. The real accident was discovering that Mrs. Patterson's precise timing wasn't random. That exact 4 minute steam, followed by an ice shock, creates the perfect cellular breakdown to release compounds called glucosinolates, which act like natural anabolic agents in aging bodies. Uncle Frank had stumbled upon a preparation method that pharmaceutical companies spend millions trying to replicate in expensive supplements. Today, Frank is 78. His diabetes is in complete remission, and he has gained 15 pounds of pure muscle mass. His doctor now refers other patients to learn his broccoli protocol, and Mrs. Patterson has become the neighborhood's unofficial nutrition guru. What started as embarrassing vegetable theft became the accidental discovery of one of nature's most powerful anti aging weapons, hiding in plain sight in every grocery store produce section. Before I reveal the sixth vegetable, let me ask you, what's your biggest struggle with maintaining muscle as you age? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my daily muscle building tips. Also, grab my muscle building meal plan in the description below or comment. It will give you the exact blueprint to start seeing results this week. Let us continue. Vegetable number 6, cooked asparagus. Here's a little secret that might surprise you. Have you ever noticed that distinct smell in your urine after eating cooked asparagus? Well, that very same compound responsible for the unique scent is actually doing something incredible for your muscles, especially if you're over 50. When seniors consume cooked asparagus, they're tapping into a muscle protecting powerhouse that most people completely overlook. Cooked asparagus is densely packed with glutathione, a vital antioxidant that safeguards your muscles from strain and damage. As we age, our bodies naturally produce less glutathione, which is a primary reason why muscle recovery takes longer and overall strength begins to decline. But here's where it gets particularly interesting. Cooked asparagus delivers significantly more of these muscle supporting benefits than its raw counterpart. The cooking process effectively breaks down the tough fibers within the asparagus, making all those crucial muscle building nutrients far more accessible and available for your body to absorb. So, how do you cook asparagus the right way to maximize these benefits? Start by snapping off the woody ends, Then, toss the spears with a small amount of olive oil and a pinch of salt. Roast them at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 to 15 minutes until they are tender yet still retain a slight bite. The goal is to avoid overcooking them into a mush. You want them to be vibrant green and slightly caramelized. For breakfast, try scrambled eggs with roasted asparagus and crumbled feta cheese. The eggs provide complete protein, the asparagus supports muscle recovery, and the feta adds calcium for bone strength. For lunch, consider grilled salmon with asparagus and quinoa. This combination delivers omega 3s for inflammation control, high quality protein, and complex carbohydrates to effectively fuel your muscles. And for dinner, lean beef strips stir fried with asparagus and sweet potato cubes. Here, you're getting iron for optimal oxygen transport, essential muscle building protein, and slow burning carbohydrates that won't cause a spike in your blood sugar before bedtime. Now, let's talk about vegetable 7, cooked Brussels sprouts. There's a particular nursing home in Florida where an astonishing 90% of residents can walk unassisted. Other facilities, intrigued by this exceptional statistic, began investigating. Their surprising discovery? The kitchen was incorporating this one specific vegetable into every single meal. Here's what's truly remarkable about Brussels sprouts. A single cup contains an impressive 6.6 grams of complete protein, which is nearly identical to the protein found in one whole egg. But here's the critical difference. Eggs can potentially elevate your cholesterol levels and often cause digestive upset in seniors. Brussels sprouts, on the other hand, contain absolutely no cholesterol and cause zero digestive distress. Beyond protein, Brussels sprouts offers something eggs cannot, vitamin K2, which literally directs calcium into your bones rather than allowing it to build up in your arteries. They are also packed with folate, a nutrient that helps your body efficiently utilize protein to build muscle tissue. Furthermore, Brussels sprouts contain compounds called glucosinolates, which actively reduce the inflammation that contributes to muscle destruction as we age. Here's how to prepare them so they actually taste delicious. And this is crucial because most people inadvertently ruin Brussels sprouts. Begin by cutting them in half. Toss them with olive oil and a pinch of sea salt. Then roast them at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for approximately 20 minutes until the edges become crispy and caramelized. This process dramatically reduces their bitterness, making them almost sweet and incredibly palatable. For breakfast, dice them up and saute them with scrambled eggs. You'll effectively double your protein intake. For lunch, add roasted Brussels sprouts to a chicken salad or wrap for a nutritious boost. For dinner, pair them with salmon or lean beef. The vitamin C in Brussels sprouts actually enhances your body's ability to absorb more protein from the meat, maximizing its benefits. The Florida nursing home, in their successful protocol, serves them roasted with garlic at breakfast, shredded raw in coleslaw at lunch, and steamed with butter at dinner. Their residents don't just survive, they truly thrive. Next, we have vegetable 8 lima beans. An 87-year-old woman in my practice was experiencing rapid weight loss, and her family was preparing for the worst. Then, her visiting nurse, who happened to be from the South, started bringing her homemade soup made with lima beans. 6 weeks later, this woman had gained an incredible 15 pounds of pure muscle. Her family couldn't believe their eyes. Here's the science behind this astounding transformation. Lima beans contain 8.8 grams of complete protein per cup, but that's not their only special quality. They are heavily loaded with lysine, an amino acid that is absolutely critical for muscle protein synthesis, especially in seniors. Most plant based foods are typically low in lysine, but lima beans are an exception, being packed with it. Lima beans also contain something called resistant starch, which nourishes the beneficial bacteria in your gut. These bacteria produce short chain fatty acids that actively help your muscles absorb and utilize protein more efficiently. It's akin to having a built in protein amplifier system within your body. Furthermore, they are rich in magnesium and potassium, two essential minerals that prevent muscle cramps and effectively support muscle contraction. The fiber content helps stabilize blood sugar, preventing the muscle wasting spikes and crashes that can destroy lean tissue in seniors. Here's how to prepare them properly. Never eat them raw or undercooked, as they contain compounds that can be difficult to digest. Soak dried lima beans overnight, then simmer them for 60 to 90 minutes until they are creamy and tender. For frozen lima beans, simply steam them for 12 to 15 minutes until they are soft but not mushy. For breakfast, try mashing cooked lima beans with a little butter and sea salt, then spreading it on whole grain toast just as you would avocado. For lunch, add them to chicken or vegetable soup. They will naturally thicken the broth and significantly boost the protein content. For dinner, saute them with garlic and herbs as a delicious side dish, or even puree them into a creamy, protein rich sauce for fish or chicken. Moving on to vegetable 9, soybeans, also known as edamame. During World War II, captured soldiers who were fed solely these beans remarkably survived longer and maintained their strength. Military nutritionists at the time couldn't explain this phenomenon, but now I know why. This vegetable contains every single amino acid your muscles need to stay strong. Edamame boasts an incredible 11.9 grams of complete protein per cup, which is nearly double what you get from a single egg. But here's what happens in your muscles when you consume edamame that is absolutely fascinating. Within just 30 minutes, your bloodstream is flooded with leucine, the master amino acid that literally switches on muscle protein synthesis. Your muscle fibers immediately begin the process of rebuilding themselves. The isoflavones present in edamame also increase something called IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor, which signals your muscles to grow bigger and stronger. Simultaneously, edamame actively blocks cortisol, the stress hormone notorious for breaking down muscle tissue in seniors. But there's even more to its power. Edamame contains folate and vitamin K, which work synergistically to improve blood flow to your muscles. Increased blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients reach your muscle fibers, accelerating both recovery and growth. Here's the optimal way to prepare edamame. For maximum freshness, buy them frozen in the pod. Boil salted water, add the frozen pods, and cook for exactly 5 minutes. Drain them and sprinkle with coarse sea salt. You can also purchase shelled edamame. Steam these for 3 to 4 minutes until they are bright green and tender. For breakfast, add shelled edamame to scrambled eggs or an omelet. You'll easily get 20 grams of muscle building protein in one meal. For lunch, toss warm edamame into salads or grain bowls. For dinner, saute shelled edamame with garlic and ginger as a side dish, or blend them into a protein rich hummus. The key is to consume edamame within 2 hours after any physical activity, even something as simple as walking or doing household chores. This is when your muscles are primed to absorb every amino acid and immediately initiate the rebuilding process. Finally, vegetable 10, sweet corn. There's a small town in Vermont where residents routinely live past 100 years old. Scientists have studied their diet for decades, and the one common thread they all shared was this: they ate fresh sweet corn from their gardens every summer and froze enough to last them through the winter. Sweet corn delivers 7.8 grams of high quality protein per cup. But what makes it truly extraordinary for muscle building is a compound called zeaxanthin. This powerful antioxidant doesn't just protect your eyes, it actively prevents muscle breakdown by neutralizing the free radicals that destroy muscle fibers as we age. When you eat sweet corn, your body releases a surge of B vitamins that are essential for converting protein into actual muscle tissue. Corn contains more niacin than almost any other vegetable, and niacin is what helps your muscles actually utilize the protein you're consuming instead of just passing it through your system. Sweet corn also provides sustained energy through its complex carbohydrates, which is crucial for seniors. Without adequate carbohydrates, your body begins breaking down muscle tissue for fuel. The Vermont centenarians instinctively understood this. Corn provided them with the energy to remain active while simultaneously preserving their precious muscle mass. Furthermore, corn contains magnesium and phosphorus, which work together to prevent muscle cramps and support strong muscle contractions. The fiber helps maintain steady blood sugar, preventing the insulin spikes that can trigger muscle loss. Here's how to prepare it for maximum nutrition. Never overcook corn. Fresh corn should be boiled for just 4 to 5 minutes, steamed for 6 to 7 minutes, or grilled for 8 to 10 minutes. Frozen corn should be steamed for 3 to 4 minutes. Overcooking destroys the vital B vitamins and makes the protein harder to digest. For breakfast, add corn kernels to scrambled eggs or a breakfast hash. For lunch, mix corn into chicken salad or add it to soups and stews. For dinner, grill corn on the cob with herbs or saute kernels with bell peppers and onions as a protein rich side dish. Now, here's what will distinguish two types of people watching this video right now. The first group will simply nod along, perhaps even feel a momentary excitement about what they've learned, but then they'll close this video and revert to their same old routines. They'll grab their usual breakfast tomorrow, skip the vegetables, and then wonder why nothing ever changes in their health. But then there's the second group, the action takers. These are the individuals who will pause this video right now, diligently write down these 10 vegetables, and create a grocery list. They are the ones who will commit to trying at least 3 of these vegetables this week. These are the people who will still be walking strong and independently at 95. Which group will you be in? I genuinely want to know, and I'm here to help you succeed. So, right now, please comment below and tell me which of these 10 vegetables you are going to try first. And if you have any questions at all about how to prepare them, when to eat them, or how much to consume, ask me in the comments. I personally read every single comment and I will answer your questions because here's the undeniable truth. Information without action is merely entertainment. Your muscles are waiting for you to make a decision. Your independence at 80, 90, and beyond hinges on what you choose to do in the next 24 hours. And speaking of taking action, if you are truly serious about rebuilding your muscle strength, you absolutely cannot miss tomorrow's video. I am going to reveal the one incredibly simple thing you should add to your morning coffee that has the power to rebuild muscle tissue faster than any supplement currently on the market. This discovery shocked even me, and it costs less than 50 cents per day. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now so you don't miss it. This could very well be the missing piece that completely transforms everything for you. And before you go, remember I've created a complete 30-day muscle recovery meal plan that meticulously shows you exactly how to incorporate these vegetables into delicious, easy to make meals. It includes shopping lists, detailed prep instructions, and precise meal timing for maximum muscle growth. Grab it using the link in the comments below. See you in the next video.